Well, it's that time of the year again, so I thought we'd sit down and have an old-fashioned fireside chat. Well, I recently wrapped up a workshop at a local area college. I was running it for 4 weeks, 2 hours once a week. Not a lot of time, you'd think, and yet the statistics are pretty interesting, and I thought I'd share those with you. At the beginning, it turns out that everybody, 100% of the participants, students if you will, felt that they suffered with stage fright or fear of speaking, speech anxiety, something that prevented them from getting involved in the kinds of conversations they wanted to be involved in. Now, along the course of the 4 weeks, a couple of people dropped out. I want you to know that that is a natural occurrence of this kind of workshop. So if you're in one, or if you're thinking about joining one, and you see people disappear and they don't come back, don't let that affect you. That has nothing to do with you. They have to make their own decisions. You're there to move yourself ahead. You're there to improve your opportunity in life. Stick with it. Now, at the end, I passed out this course evaluation sheet that I designed. It wasn't very long, about 10 questions, a place for comments and what have you. Every single person stated that their confidence improved. Some of them stated it improved quite dramatically. One gal said, "I am completely over my fear of speaking. I can go anywhere and talk to anybody about anything that I want to talk about." And I thought that was pretty impressive. Well, what does this mean for you? What it means is that there's not a possibility, there's a probability that if you decide you're going to come out of that huge amount of people, that 60 to 70% of Americans that say their number one fear is fear of speaking and they don't get involved in it, if you come out of that and put yourself into a situation where you can potentially overcome it and get involved in those conversations that you really want to get involved in, the probability is that you'll succeed. And isn't that nice to know? Well, the second point I'd like to share with you, I think there's a significant difference between public speaking and speaking in public. Not everybody wants to become a public speaker. Out of that 60 to 70% of Americans whose number one fear is fear of speaking, a lot of them might like to get over that fear, get control of it, figure out how to interact with people in spite of the fact that they have that fear. But they really don't have any aspirations of getting up in front of a large group with a prepared presentation, maybe with a PowerPoint or a keynote. Maybe there really is some kind of division, and I think there is, between the people who want to become public speakers or who already are public speakers and simply want to improve, and I work with a lot of people like that, or like so many of the people, I'd say the majority of the folks that were in this workshop that I just ran at the college, really didn't want to become public speakers, but they wanted to be comfortable and confident and capable of speaking in public. Maybe at work, maybe even in a classroom. Public speaking involves learning procedures and becoming competent at certain skill sets and techniques and refinement and raising the game to a higher and higher, more professional level over a period of time. While speaking in public, for a lot of people, is merely participation. Participating in those conversations that are important to them. Interestingly enough, although they're not the same thing, they're not the same kind of challenge, the reality is both of those people, in either case, are going to have to face the same challenge, and that's overcoming their fear of speaking, just to get going. Well, you can do that regardless of what your goal is, whether it's public speaking or speaking in public. You can accomplish that goal of becoming confident in a well-conducted, well-organized, supportive group learning environment. You want to find a place you're comfortable interacting with other people, because those other people for the 4, 5, 6, 8 weeks will be your audience. And that interaction is going to help you learn. On the other hand, if you're looking specifically to improve your skills as a public speaker, up on the lectern, using a microphone, with a PowerPoint or keynote presentation or your own notes, then I really believe that the focus should be on you and you alone. You want to test your ideas. You want to get big. You want to be bold. You want to take a chance, fail, take a chance again. Evaluate yourself with a competent individual looking at video of you doing these things. You are going to determine how far you're willing to go to reach the goals you've set for yourself. You don't need a group to tell you that. And that kind of learning, I believe, takes place most effectively and most efficiently, most expediently in a private, one-on-one situation with you and a trainer or coach. Well, okay, I hope you find some of that esoteric information interesting and maybe helpful if you're going to be looking into a workshop or a new workshop this coming year. I want to remind you, if you're watching this on the web, somewhere you've found it, or you're watching it on YouTube, or you're getting this from the iTunes feed, keep in mind I invite you to visit the website. Why? Because I'm posting videos there of speakers in action. Some of these people you're going to recognize. They can help us improve our technique and our style. Take every opportunity you get out there, speak, make a difference. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.